Mission updated the old neighborhood.
Ever since I got here, this has felt like home. These people are family. I hope it feels that way for you too. That was
No.
intense, wasn't it? The artifacts, I mean. Sorry, this must all be a little overwhelming for you right now. I guess a lot overwhelming, now that I think about it. I'm Noelle. It's really
Noelle.
nice to meet you.
Alright, hi
And
Noelle.
thank you for bringing an artifact to us.
Sarah said something about a place for me to stay.
Planning on sticking around then? Good. I think we can find a spot for you. And along the way, I can give you the very abbreviated tour. Right. So you've seen the library, obviously. Walter's quite proud of the collection, but Mateo has made more than a few contributions.
Hello there, Vasco.
Gardens are out the doors
Greetings,
there
Walter
if you
Stroud.
need a moment of
How may
quiet
I assist you?
contemplation. Emphasis on the quiet part,
Don't need anything.
at least
Just,
usually.
checking.
Okay.
Let's head upstairs.
Seeing how you're doing.
Sebastian Banks, Constellation's
All
founder,
systems
had
are
this place
functioning
built
well
decades ago.
within established parameters.
Where are you going?
It was a big to do at the time, but most
Well,
people
then,
in the city have forgotten
Keep
what
up the
year.
good work.
Of course. I have been given no alternate instructions.
Is there a way I can just walk? I'll explore the rest of here later. I guess I'm following her right now, though.
So this is the bar. Usually no tenders.
Ooh,
so
a
help
bar?
yourself within reason, of course. Now let's see.
Reason, right, sure,
We
yeah.
were almost at max occupancy already, but there's still one room up for grabs. It's been nice.
Oh, how
getting
convenient.
so far.
Oh, cooking station, cool. I wonder if cooking's actually going to be important in this game or not. Knowing Bethesda, probably not. Nice paintings.
Okay, this'll be you. Common room on one side, so that'll be quiet, and Mateo on the other side, so maybe a little less quiet. I'm sure Sarah has something planned for each of us, so I better get back
Second
to it.
door.
Don't want to keep her waiting too long. Enjoy.
Uh. Oh, that was just an activity. Okay. Old face. Watch case. It's worth a bit. Oh, cool, some storage. Taking anything that seems good value. Ooh, Chardonnay. One local hour, 2 hours and 5 minutes. Yeah, I'll sleep for an hour. See if it gives me any effects. Well rested. Okay, so sleeping does affect you in some way.
As much as we've always considered ourselves explorers, but this really is uncharted territory, isn't it?
You seem to know a lot about these artifacts.
Oh gosh, no. I mean that's flattering, but really we're making this up as we go. Until you arrived, we only had the two, and the vaguest sense that there was something more at work. There's still so much we don't know, and that means a lot of work ahead of us.
Alright. Let me know how I can help you learn more.
Well, right now nothing's off the table. Metallurgical analysis, chemical composition. I'm looking at everything. One thing I'm really trying to improve is my overall database of xenobiology. I don't know if
Xenobiology,
it will
okay.
help in this case, but the more we know about, well, everything, the better off we are, right? Speaking of, if you're going to be out there looking for more artifacts, you're bound to come across some interesting specimens. Anything organic, I'd be happy to take it off your hands.
Anything organic, okay. How would organic resources help with learning about the
I
artifacts?
can't be certain that they will, but more data points are always a good thing. I don't want to rule out anything that could provide a breakthrough. And if it sweetens the deal, I can pay. Pretty well, too. Walter's pockets may not be bottomless, but they are pretty deep.
I've got some organic resources for
Anything
you.
I can learn from is a help.
Alright. So... just do one of each. I was wondering about other types of exploration work besides the artifacts.
Of course, there's plenty of planets out there that no one has ever set foot on, and everything we learn about them is valuable. We have a board where we post anything specific we're looking for. A type of alien flora or fauna, or a planet with a specific quality, like if it's primed to have life but doesn't yet.
Check out the Constellation mission board, okay. The vision I saw, what do you think that was?
Oh, right, that. If we're approaching this rationally, I suppose we'd call them visual and auditory hallucinations. What you perceived as lights and music could be overloaded neural input, your brain's attempt to make sense of something. An energy surge, some other phenomenon.
Barrett saw something too?
He did. At the time, well, it's Barrett. We weren't sure if he was kidding around. Clearly, he wasn't.
This wasn't random synopsis firing, it means something.
Sure, I'm not trying to suggest otherwise. I wasn't there when it happened. I'm just thinking it through. It's okay. Now that this has happened to both you and Barrett, we can know to maybe expect it in the future. Be a little more prepared. We're all in this together now, right?
Yep. How long have you been working on all this?
Well, Constellation's been around forever, more than 50 years now. But we only became aware of the artifacts recently. Barrett discovered the first one about 2 years ago, right under our noses. And he was the one who got this all in motion. It's a shame he isn't here to see this. Okay, let's take a look.
Let's see. Okay. Just kind of back out of it.
Stay safe, okay?
Alright, I guess that's all from you. Now, about this open bar. Dracula. Chapter 1. Jonathan Harker's Journal, kept in shorthand, May 3rd, Bistritz. Left Munich at 8:35 p.m. on the 1st of May. Arriving at Vienna early next morning, should have arrived at 6:46, but train was an hour late. Budapest seems a wonderful place from the glimpse which I got from it from the train and the little I could walk through the streets. I feared to go very far from the station as we had arrived late and would start as near the correct time as possible. The impression I had was that we were leaving the west and entering the east, the most western of splendid bridges over the Danube, which is here of noble width and depths. Wait, I read that wrong. Over the Danube, which is here. No, I didn't. Took us among the traditions of Turkish rule. So begins Bram Stoker's 1897 masterpiece, Dracula, a book that would define horror for generations to come. Moby Dick. Call me Ishmael. Some years ago, never mind how long precisely, having little or no money in my purse and nothing particular to interest me on shore, I thought I would sail about a little and see the watery part of the world. And so continues Melville's classic tale of revenge and obsession for a total of 341 pages. The Origins of Species. Chapter 1, Variation Under Domestication, included as a rather incomprehensible list of varieties of species. When we look into the individuals of the same variety or subvariety of our older cultivated plants and animals, one of the first points which strikes us is that they generally differ much more from each other than do the individuals of any one species or variety in a state of nature. When we reflect on the vast diversity of the plants and animals which have been cultivated and which have varied during all ages under the most difficult climates and treatment, I think we are driven to conclude that this greater variability is simply due to our domestic productions having been raised under conditions of life not so uniform as and somewhat different from those to which the parent species have been exposed under nature. Darwin's theory on the origin of species on Earth continues through 14 full chapters ranging from biology to geography and everything in between. Great Expectations. I'm mostly taking these because the value is over 100. This one's only 90, but still. Great Expectations, Chapter 1. My father's family name is Perip, and my Christian name is Philip. My infant tongue could make of both names nothing longer or more explicit than Pip, so I called myself Pip and came to be called Pip. Charles Dickens' 13th novel is the coming-of-age tale of an orphan boy named Pip as he navigates the agendas of those around him, like the eccentric Miss Havisham.
Walter, you don't have to answer this, but I was wondering something. You sure spend a lot of time on Constellation.
I think that's reasonable, right? She said reasonable.
All right. Whatever works for the two of you, I guess.
Why do I only hear her and not
I
Walter?
am at your service, Captain.
Vasco.
Now that you are a member of Constellation, I am at your service. No additional protocols necessary.
Oh, okay.
Also, given the likelihood that you will be out in unsettled space, it might be beneficial to go over exploration outpost development, in case you ever need to build a base for field research.
I picked the loner one to not have a crew, right? So I'll go without a crew. Outpost development, what do you mean?
The exploration of an unknown planet can be a major undertaking. By building an outpost, you will be able to construct scanning equipment, research resource extractors and defenses. It is even possible to set up multiple outposts capable of manufacturing, allowing you to build advanced equipment.
Oh, okay. Sounds useful. I'll try it next time I touch
The
down on the planet.
blueprints you need to construct an outpost should already be on your watch. It will automatically connect to any available materials for construction in your ship's cargo.
Do you miss Barrett?
My primary function has been to support and protect Barrett during his travels. I am currently unable to do so. That is as capable as I can be of missing anyone. I believe Barrett would find your question amusing.
Protecting Barrett must have been quite the challenge.
Barrett has, thus far, survived every mission on which we have embarked. It is therefore evident that my efforts have been successful. I suspect that Barrett would disagree with how necessary my intervention has been in any given situation.
How long have you been part of
I
Constellation?
arrived along with many material goods purchased by the group's previous chair, Malcolm Livingstone. Despite several significant system replacements and upgrades, I have been online for 43 years.
Alright.
Sarah's the best possible person to be running Constellation at a time like this. Focused, no nonsense, and dedicated.
Feel free to help
I wanted
yourself at
to-
the bar. I don't drink, but I feel like if I did, now would be a good time for one.
Let's talk to Walter first.
Well, I suppose calling you a rock breaker may have been a bit out of line.
I've been called worse. If that was an apology, you can do better. You don't even know me. I've been called worse.
Still doesn't excuse it. My frustrations lie more with Barrett. Not the first time his shenanigans have jeopardized one of our ventures. Not fair of me to take it out on you, especially since it would seem he made the right call this time. So, let's start over, shall we? Walter Stroud, CEO of Stroud Eklund, member of Constellation, and oft-times grumpy old man. Welcome aboard.
Glad to be here.
By the way, in addition to a place to stay, the Lodge has a wealth of modification and research equipment. Spacesuit customization, pharmaceutical manufacturing, testing alien substances, the whole thing.
Okay.
You can even fashion industrial pieces for large-scale projects, if you don't mind extracting a few raw resources from a nearby planet, that is. I'm a fan of self-reliance, so I encourage you to make use of the tools we have to build what you need.
Where I expect to find a CEO.
Funny thing about companies, you build one sturdy enough, it doesn't need you there all the time to prop it up. Stroud Eklund functions quite well on a day-to-day basis, leaving me time to devote to more esoteric pursuits. For years, I was captivated by the writings of Constellation's founder, Sebastian Banks. I finally decided to do something more than admire from a distance, and so now I call the Lodge home, as much as anywhere else.
What's your role in Constellation?
Me? Why, I'm the wallet. Someone has to fund all this, and all my success in business doesn't mean much if I can't put it to good use. I don't pretend to have the daring of Ms. Morgan, or the smarts of young Mateo, but I can make sure that they have the resources they need. And, as you've now seen, those resources aren't being wasted. We're onto something big here.
Do you think the vision I had means anything?
Up until very recently, I'd likely have dismissed it as, I don't know, hallucinations. But now, I'm not sure what to think. I don't suppose you have a history of this sort of thing, do you?
Sure, I would see lights and hear music all the time. It's non-stop party in my head. Haven't hit my head recently, if that's what you're asking. I mean, have I seen something like this before? Never seen anything like that in my life.
Yes, I imagined as much. Barrett expressed something similar in his own unique way. I'm no scientist. I leave that to the likes of Barrett and young Noel there. But I think we can all agree there's something unusual going on here. Frankly, this is the most exciting thing that's happened in years.
What kind of company is Stroud Eklund?
The most well known for ship manufacturing. No expense spared. If you want the best and can afford it, you choose Stroud Eklund. Unfortunately, our success means you'll sometimes see Stroud Eklund ship modules on less than reputable vessels. They covet them. The bastards. I've tried to convince the United Colonies we can help in that regard, but they're married to Deimos Star Yards, and those old salts are stuck in the glory days. Until next time.
Alright.
Ask if you've got questions. Speak up if you have ideas. We're all here for the same reason.
Alright, Matteo.
Are you doing okay? I'm not sure anyone really asked yet. Don't want you to think we're focused on the artifacts and nothing else. You matter too. You've done something really significant bringing that artifact here. I'm Matteo, theological scholar by trade, but now, well, an explorer like you. It's really good to have you with us.
These artifacts all came out of caves.
Second one was on Kazal, buried the same as the one you found. But the first one, right under our noses for years, sitting in storage, masquerading as an oversized paperweight. Can you imagine potentially the greatest discovery in human history collecting dust?
What do you make of the vision I saw?
I'm not gonna lie, I really wish I could have seen this for myself. It's hard to judge otherwise. Both you and Barrett saw something. I don't think that's a coincidence. Did it feel like it was trying to tell you something? I don't want to necessarily use the words divine revelation, but, you know, if the label fits.
If it meant something I didn't understand it. Oh, it's a part. All I know is that I've never experienced anything like it.
It sure lines up with everything else about these artifacts. It's all connected. We're gonna get to the bottom of this. We just need more data, which means more artifacts.
What brought you to Constellation?
Well, there was some overlap in interests. I'd spent years searching for religious relics from human history. I had made a really incredible discovery, only to lose it to a greedy corporation. So I tried to steal it back. In the process, I met Walter. Turned out he owned the corporation. After a long talk, we realized we had a lot in common, and I was invited to join.
Great, so Walter's Bruce Wayne and you're Robin.
Take care of yourself.
Lately, I find myself spending more and more time.
Not Dick
Business
Grayson,
has
though.
appealed
More
to
like,
me. This is exciting.
Jason Todd.
You've got something for me?
Prior to Red Hood. Ooh, I unlocked the lodge key. Pharmaceutical lab. Alright, here's some stuff. Bandages. I'll craft a bandage. Oh, cool. I get XP for doing stuff. Complete a research project. Cooking station. Alright, so I'll brings up my stuff. Missions have to talk to Sarah. Because that's going to be the first mission. Alright, these are the other missions. Maybe I should start with the lowest one. Talk to me about my first mission. I should do that first, though, before I take on any other missions. So there's lockpicking. The guy was doing lockpicking earlier. The well. I should probably go back. I don't even know what's down here. What's with the music? Requires key. Alright, I should probably head back. If I can remember how to get there. I think it's just through here. Alright. Weapons workbench. Spacesuit workbench. This is how you upgrade stuff. I'll take the med kit.
I hope you are satisfied with the quarters
Walter,
available to you.
well,
What can I help you with?
that was everyone, right? Not missing anyone. Oop, walked outside again. Okay, so this is what it looks like outside, though. Okay, so F brings that up. Alright, nothing to scan immediately outside. How do I put my weapon away?
I know everyone's excited by the artifacts, but effective as possible and be aware of possible negative effects.
All fine.
I'm listening.
Yeah, I guess I'll talk to Sarah now.
So, are you ready to get to work? Or was there something else?
Still needs. What is Constellation? What do you do?
We're explorers. Humanity has always hunted for knowledge in the unknown. We just take that a little more seriously than others. We were founded decades ago by a man named Sebastian Banks. He wanted a small group of people from all corners of the settled systems dedicated to the biggest question of all. What's out there? These artifacts could be everything we've been looking for. Another great secret the universe is asking us to unravel.
How well known is
I
Constellation?
don't know what you've heard, but I can imagine. First of all, I think you can dismiss any stories about us no longer existing. I don't believe in smearing our name everywhere we can. Exploring the universe, charting the unknown, that's what counts. Besides, having a little mystery gives us room to maneuver. A fixed reputation could fence us in a lot of ways.
What do you know about their artifacts?
Not much, but you've seen them for yourself. It doesn't take a lot to realize we're dealing with something extraordinary. Just what that is, we'll have to figure out. It's what we do.
Alright.